it's an idea that's come up throughout everything we've been studying recently, right? World War I came up. In particular, a couple different ways. What were a couple ways that it came up in World War I? One in another country and one here. Do you guys remember it all? Anybody remember? Yeah, and
Would be the Russian Revolution.
yeah, right. Russian Revolution. Okay, there was a socialist revolution in Russia that changed who was in charge of the country right in the middle of World War I. You guys remember that? Okay, and so that altered sort of the balance of power about who was involved in that war. What about here? What about in the U.S.? What was going on with socialism in the time of World War I? Yeah.
So would that be like with all the strikes, people wanted power to the working force, they didn't want bad working conditions?
Strikes in particular right after the war, right? When the economy started to go back downhill after it was buoyed during the war. Yeah, Julia?
Wasn't it kind of like the Red Scare with the, like, there would be the communists and kind of immigrants and stuff like that?
Red Scare was a big part of that right after the war, right? And labor strife had to do with informing the Red Scare, and then immigrants, right? People worried about, there was this notion of Americanism, right? Americanism, and they passed laws to restrict immigrants coming to the country. Jobs are at stake. It's a big issue, along with, this notion of security. Do you guys, thinking back, what groups were against us getting into World War I? Remember we had that discussion? You guys remember? Okay, German Americans. We know Germany was trying to play it safe, trying not to draw us in, but
Socialist groups,
okay, socialist groups and some reformers, right? People out of the progressive movement, and then socialist groups who were starting to look at labor rights, workers' rights, which leads into those strikes that we talked about. Everybody good? Okay? So, get us into our PowerPoint. And we'll even make this go away. And we'll do it as present. Okay, so why does socialism matter? It's a big question we're going to try to tackle on the whole with this. Now, what is socialism? Anybody have any idea headed into the conversation about what they think that is?
Yes, empower the working force.
Okay, it's going to be empowering the working force. Okay, how? Are there fundamental ideas about how that gets done? Yeah?
would it be that like all people are equal, like no one's better than anyone else?
Okay, so the notion of equality.
Yeah.
Okay, how does that play out? Is it like in terms of rights? Is it in terms of money, opportunity, anything in particular? Ash? Grab one of each from the
All forms, rights, and money.
all forms. So sort of in equal access to everything that's going on in the society. Is that the deal? Anybody else have any other ideas? Okay. All right. Do we know who any of these people are up here? Anybody look familiar? All right. And who you got?
Karl Marx.
Karl Marx, guy with the giant beard. Okay, he's not on the Red Sox. No pun intended about the color of the socks. Okay, he's sort of the founder of what became modernist about communist thought. We had a